blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
August 30th, 2014, Super Magic Sex Show, episode number 10. My name's Lando. I'm here with Obi and Jabba. What time is it?
11:08 a.m.
On a Saturday.
Oh, God.
Man, a.m. recording. This might be the first time we've done that. All right, well, let's talk about, it's the holiday weekend. Basically, summer is over. August 30th. It came and went. But I'm still reaching. I'm always reaching. And the listeners can't see this, but I've got the hands just spread out. I'm trying to get at it with my tippy.
This always worries me when he's reaching.
Man, and what am I always reaching for? Two things.
Hookers.
Kind of.
That would be the first thing. That's what I'm on.
I'm always reaching for two things of the summertime.
Bikinis.
Summertime girls. I love me some summer girls. And I love me some summer jams.
Summer jams.
And whenever I can get
Here we
both
go.
of those going at the same time, it's a special time. And so I have a satellite radio in my car, which is great because I can like specifically like go to the channel that's like 90s pop hits, like boy band pop hits. Like you can get super specific with it. So, and now I don't, like I was hating being in traffic the other day. I put on the 90s boy band pop list, whatever channel, and I start hearing one of my favorite. Tell me if you hear this. It kicks off with it. Ooh. I hear the intro to it, and I'm just like, yes. Ooh.
Oh.
You know
No.
Can you play it?
Oh, no. You're talking about Color Me Bad.
Color Me Bad, I Want to Sex You Up. It's a summer jam about
You like
summer.
this song? Oh,
Love
okay.
that song, but like it's interesting being older and listening to it again. Can we play it now? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me cue it up.
All right.
TikTok, you don't stop to the 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 inside, take off your coat, I'll make you feel at home. Now let's pour a glass of wine, cause now we're all alone. I've been waiting all night, so just let me hold you close to me. Cause I've been dying for you, girl, to make love to me. Girl, you make me feel real good. We can do it till we both wake up.
All right. I kind of just want to stop it there. Like we only got to like a quarter of the way through the song before. All right. So here's what I want to specifically stop it there, and I'll read the lyrics in a second. But what I really appreciated about hearing this in my car the other day was you get the difference. Like when it's 20 years later, like this stuff I was listening to as a kid. Like I remember like bopping around like in my room listening to this and having no idea what like they're even talking about, and then listening to it with like somewhat of a developed, intelligent mind now. I just want to explain these lyrics to you. This is what sold records. This was a Billboard hit in like 1992. Okay, this is what you have to do to sell records. I'm just going to read what we just heard. All right, one of the lyrics right before the chorus is, "'Cause I've been dying for you, girl, and you can make love to me." Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
that's a pop song.
That's
Sounds
normal.
all right. Okay.
Yeah, that's really
Girl, you make me feel real good. Fine.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Next line. We can do it till we both wake up.
Let me stop you there for
Yeah.
a moment. This reminds me of one time I went down to the bar, and I woke up in this chick's bed.
Okay, but were you doing it and then you stopped when you woke up?
All I know is she was kind of big, and there was a used condom on the floor.
Okay. See, but that's a different scenario that's being explained here, I think, because again, we can do it until we both wake up. So
Right.
once you wake up, it
Implying
stops.
that they're having sex while they're
While
asleep.
they're sleeping. So it's like, oh, like there's this seduction phase. It's like, babe, I'm into you. Let's like, I love you. Let's do this. I'm just gonna like eat a bunch of Tylenol PM, like right now, and hopefully I wake up and then I'm gonna stop having sex with you at the point of my awakening.
No, Tylenol PM is not going to do that. You need some hard stuff for that to happen.
Yes. All right. So I got
This is before Ambien came out. Like, I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
understand
yeah.
the
That's
Ambien
right.
thing. You're technically asleep, like,
but this is what
you're still fucking.
Color Me Bad was. That's what these dudes were into.
They must. They knew.
Traditional intercourse is not fun
They were
enough.
way ahead of their time, apparently.
Yeah. So anyway, that just like made my day listening to that in my car and actually thinking of the lyrics. We can
I
do
could
it
just
until
see.
we both
I could
wake
see
up.
Lando just bump into this with the
I was totally bumping
with the
to it.
windows down.
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Yeah.
And pull up to somebody at the stoplight. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Oh man. And it was great too. Like I wish I would like someone saw this and like videotaped it because I was having like a shitty day. I'm stuck in traffic. It's hot. It's just like it's not where you want to be. This gets on the radio and it's like suddenly my day is great. Like instantly. It's like the best time. There's nowhere I'd rather be except for maybe sleeping while inside of a woman or something. I don't know. Apparently. So I don't know. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and all of our listeners, which also leads me to our actual segment that's very popular called Good News. Woo-woo. Yeah. Do we have any?
Yeah. It's a really short one this time. There's a lot of bad things going on in the world. Anyways, this guy from Minnesota, this happened quite a while ago, but I finally dug it up. This guy from Minnesota was driving on the highway. He saw a car that was burning on the side of the road. Man was trapped inside. This dude runs up and bends the door frame in half, shatters the glass, and pulls the guy out. Like and you see a picture of this guy, he looks like just like Best Buy's
No, that's literally
employee of
what
the
I
month.
thought. I mean, this dude is like
Yeah.
a dweeb.
Total dweeb.
Yeah.
I mean, but his adrenaline was pumping, and he just like grabbed this hot door frame of a car and bent it with his bare hands and saved this guy. It's pretty amazing.
Jabba, have you seen this? Have you seen the like pictures of this?
Yeah, I saw pictures of it, and what I'm wondering is if the door frame was hot, it's probably weakened a little bit anyway, because as metals heat up.
Yeah, so you got to grab the
But
hot
he still
metal.
grabbed it, and like, yeah, I guess he burned his hands down.
So it's like,
that's pretty awesome.
are you better off with like a cold steel door that you have to get out with your hands, or one that's a little weakened but it's crazy ass hot? Like either way, that's crazy.
Well, if you're trying to save the dude's life, probably a hot one. Yeah, I mean, I would take
guess.
burned hands to. I don't know if I'd do that for a stranger.
Well, no,
maybe,
that's
maybe
what I
it was
was
a hot
thinking.
chick.
No, it wasn't. It was like
It was a
the
dude.
guy who he saved is like this kind of burly guy. Like it looked like it ought to be the other way around. But I mean, yeah. Speaking of it being a stranger, like if I see a car on fire and I'm in traffic or something, like the car in front of me is on fire, dude, I get out and I book the other direction. I don't go to the danger. Like,
Right, you'd be worried about the thing's gonna explode or something.
Yeah. I'd be like, car on fire. There's gonna be an explosion. I'm gonna die. Like, go the other way.
Well, actually, I'm looking at this thing, and the guy was actually an Air National Guardsman. So
does not look like an Air National.
right, he doesn't look like one, but there's a picture of the Trailblazer, and like, dude, it's not just like
That's the one on fire. Yeah.
He tore the whole thing off of the window frame with his bare hands. Like, he didn't just bend it; he tore it off.
And the SUV is like black and
Charred.
burnt.
Yeah. So I don't know how he didn't burn his hands. I don't know what happened, but this guy's a hero.
People are awesome sometimes.
Yeah. So it's, the guy's name is Robert Renning. Hats off to you, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you for providing us with good news in this troubled world.
All right. Well, let's see. We have to take a quick break for our sponsors. What's great about this show is we kind of gave up on actually following through with communicating with our sponsors, and now whoever we want to be our sponsor is our sponsor. So we have to take a quick commercial break for McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Fuck you, McDonald's.
the Pizza Hut. What? I'm at the Taco Bell. What? I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. I'm at the Pizza Hut. What? I'm at the Taco Bell. I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Wait, we're at the Pizza Hut. What? We're at the Taco Bell. What? We're at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. We at the Pizza Hut. No. We at the Taco Bell. No. We at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. What? We at the Pizza Hut. That Taco Bell. That combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Pizza Hut.
And we're back. We're back with a game. We did this maybe last episode. I don't remember, but back by popular demand is what's our new band name? Okay, so this is tournament style. We have a number of band names here, and it's 4 parts, so 8 names altogether. And we're going to narrow it down to 1, and that's going to be the name of our new band. So I'm just going to get right into it. The first band name, and this is verse one another, but it's one band name per. Okay, so let me explain. Roe v. Dwayne Wade, one name. Roe v. Dwayne Wade. It's a play on abortion rights and basketball.
What?
Versus, so Roe v. Dwayne Wade versus Brown v. Board of Educational Board Games. See, they're both judicial related.
That's
Supreme Court
clever.
cases.
That's clever.
Who wins, Roe v. Dwayne Wade or Brown v. Board of Educational Board Games?
I'm
Gotta pick one.
I'm going with Roe versus Wade on that one.
Roe v. Dwayne Wade?
Roe v. Dwayne Wade. Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
because you're a basketball fan and you love abortion.
and I love abortions.
Okay. All right. So is that does Roe v. Dwayne Wade win?
Versus what?
And then Brown v. Board of Educational Board Games.
Educational board games?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Roe v. Dwayne Wade, for sure.
All right. Next one. This was actually a high school band name from my rival high school. All right. So, but I feel like at this point we can take it if it wins. This is Blood Clot and the Strokes.
That's so gross.
Okay. Blood Clot and the Strokes versus C-section DiGiorno. Because no, I'm not even. Hold on. C-section DiGiorno, because it's not delivery. It's DiGiorno.
C-section DiGiorno. That's my vote. That's so gross.
Hands down.
All right.
That's so fucking bad.
All right. This is weird. There's gay for Poseidon. In parentheses, a straight man's love of the sea.
Where do you come up with these things? I mean, I just get this mental image of you sitting in your room doing a bunch of blow, like with all these spider web.
I don't do drugs.
Things with all these like word webs going on, and you're just like writing all over the walls.
In all fairness, I didn't come up with Blood Clot and the Strokes. Some high school kids did who were awesome. All right, so there's gay for Poseidon in parentheses, straight man's love of the sea, and actually this is another one that I went to high school with special guest. The name of the band is With Special Guest.
Oh, that's boring.
That's boring? So
Poseidon.
Gay for Poseidon and Straight Man's Love of the Sea?
I might steal that one. That might be like my new electronic band.
We just need to name all of our songs after these things.
All right, these two are real.
Seriously?
And these are two real active band names. I just want to know which one's better. But if they win, we really can't take it.
All right.
There's the Dandy Warhols.
I've actually heard of them before.
Versus the Brian Jonestown Massacre. And they were both like kind of rival bands at the same time, like in the 90s. Brian Jonestown Massacre, nice play on like Rolling Stones, Brian Jones and the Jonestown Massacre, or Dandy Warhols, nice play on the artist.
Obi, I'm gonna let you pick this one because I'm kind of on the fence.
I kind of like the Jonestown Massacre one.
Right.
That one just kind of sounds kind of cool. Yeah,
I like it. Like when you add massacre and
Right,
most names
right.
just sounds sweet.
Get excited.
All right, so round 2, we have Roe v. Dwayne Wade versus C-section DiGiorno.
Those
This
are
is
the
a
best
tight
two.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know when you laugh immediately when you hear it. I'm going with C-section DiGiorno. As soon as I heard it, I was happy.
Oh,
And that's before you even got the punchline where it's not delivery. It's
I know.
DiGiorno.
I'm still gonna go with the what was it, Roe Wade?
Roe v. Dwayne Wade.
It's for the kids, you know. It's got a
It's
little
for the
bit of
kids and
history
the
and
sports fans and the history.
Yeah.
I like it.
We're gonna have to have a tiebreaker.
How do we deal with that?
Well, here's supermagicsexshow@gmail.com. Send it to us and we'll get at you. That's all. I mean, that's that's the only fair way. Until then, we have no band name. So
all right,
we're
we need
stuck
your
with
help.
those two.
We need your help.
Email us.
All right, so we talked about good news, and I don't know, Jabba has news, and the way you described it to me sounded like just an awful tragedy, but you seem to take some weird pleasure in this, and you consider it good news about what? What happened this week?
Well, it's not so much good news as I would like to just say bizarre news. So apparently, somewhere in Utah, somewhere out west, there was a 9-year-old girl who was with her gun instructor shooting an Uzi.
Now, I'm not a gun guy. The Uzi is the like automatic. It's the machine gun. It's like a handheld one. I don't know. I remember watching the movie Friday, and I think the guys have Uzis.
It's basically like the old gangster guns.
Okay.
It's like a Tommy gun. Similar to that.
So
it's an automatic weapon, shoots a clip.
So you say, the way you said it was so casual. You're like, the 9-year-old was with her gun instructor. Like 9-year-olds have gun instructors.
Well,
like,
this is why it's bizarre. I'm glad you're
Utah,
catching
man.
what I'm pitching here. So apparently the gun gets away from her. She kills the gun instructor.
so what she like triggers pulled, but the gun is out of her control.
Yeah, I'm
It's just
guessing.
like,
Right, because it's like you watch the movies and like Sylvester Stallone as Rambo's like flexing as hard as he can to shoot the gun because there's a lot of power behind that. A 9-year-old doesn't have muscles like
I mean,
Sylvester Stallone.
when you think about the point, I understand, like, if I just want to play devil's advocate or whatever, I understand how maybe a parent would be worried about their children's safety at some point. Maybe they don't live in the hood. They're in Utah. Utah's fine. You don't need protection in Utah.
I mean, it's probably a little lawless, but I can't see a 9-year-old girl needing to shoot.
I mean, I can understand like fearing for your 9-year-old's safety and wanting to do something about it. But what in order to know how to use a gun, even physically, which she can't do, but even just like legally and psychologically, what it means to do this, to see somebody and pull the trigger.
I mean, that's a good
A
point.
9-year-old doesn't have that concept.
Well, actually,
She does now.
she does not.
yes. Wow. Thank you, Obi, for chiming in on that because I was thinking.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Now, just to full circle this,
Jeez.
the listeners probably know I probably need some sort of protection with my lifestyle.
We've talked about this. Yeah.
And I'm actually thinking instead of me buying a gun, I'm just going to get a 9-year-old girl with an Uzi for a pet.
Because so don't get a gun. Don't get like a pit bull or like don't get a Doberman. Or
I need something more heavier than that. I need a 9-year-old girl with an Uzi.
Yeah.
And anybody shows up at my house, they know what they're messing with.
Just stick her outside, give her a juice box, and you're set for the night. Like you're safe. Oh man. No, but like we have talked about your lifestyle, and you get in dangerous situations from your, I guess, sex adventures, we could call them.
let's try to keep this highbrow.
Let's
Promiscuity.
Okay, understood. But we have talked about you getting guns, and in fact, we went to a pawn shop recently, and I've never gone gun shopping, and that's what we were doing at this particular pawn shop that is heavy emphasis on guns. The first thing that really stood out, first of all, like half the wall, or like half the room is just like a wall-to-wall guns in racks, guns on the like hanging on the wall, guns in boxes, just guns everywhere, and there was like 4 or 5. This looked like they were nicely restored. What are the guns with like the knife?
Oh, the bayonets.
Bayonets. There was like a bunch of bayonet rifles. Like who buys? Who does this? Who goes to the shop? Like no, not that one. I need the bayonet one.
I'm gonna go deer hunting, shoot at the deer, and if I miss, fix bayonet and charge.
Yes,
That's what real men do right there.
that's some real man. Oh, dude, that's
He's, like, trying to stab the shit
yeah,
out of
the listeners can't see this, but Obi's just doing stabbing motions, explaining how he would shoot you, then stab and twist.
He's scaring me a little bit over here.
He's scaring me too.
Maybe I'll just go hire Obi for this
Like
job.
I was bringing this up to show like the absurdity of a gun with a knife on it, but you seem to really appreciate the ability and like what you can do with that.
I could just see some crazy
You
dude
want
having
this.
so much fun with this thing. It's just like he's gonna shoot, a target and then run and fix the bayonet while he's running and then just stab the shit out of the
Right.
bullseye. It's just like that's his fucking Sunday afternoon, like his hobby.
Hey, don't hate now.
So there's the bayonets, and then all the handguns are sort of like in a display like counter thing, and there's normal handguns like black ones, silver ones with like wooden handles, and then there's a whole other section where there's like 50 like lady guns. Okay, meaning they're like pink and purple, and like one had like what's it called, like bedazzle.
Oh,
Like with the
please tell
beads?
me, was there a Hello Kitty one?
Probably. I mean but it was at that level.
Well, you know what those are for.
I don't.
Those are for the hookers.
Those are for the hookers.
Yes.
So like when they blast you, they're still looking pretty.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, people probably pay, like in Europe now. I think you can get assisted suicides. So instead of doing that, you can just give a hooker like $50 and she'll blast you, and the last image is this hot chick shooting you between the eyeballs.
Wow, that's where you went with that.
I mean, I would die happy, man.
That's a cool.
Oh, what's that one? I'm getting way off subject here, but there was like I was strangely attracted to that chick in that movie with like her leg was a gun. Remember
Planet
that?
Terror.
And I was like,
Terror.
and I was like, she's sexy.
Yeah,
and I was
that's,
like, wow, I'm twisted because I think that's sexy.
What was her name again? Rose McGowan.
Sure.
She used to date Marilyn Manson.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? Any plugs for anybody?
I do have a plug. It's Nora and the Janitors from Bismarck, North Dakota. It's a split EP with Lawrence Jennifer and Nora and the Janitors. It's called Girls Just Want to Have Gun. And the name of the song is American Academy of Sleep Medicine. So awesome, like garage punk rock type stuff. And check them out on Bandcamp. Lawrence Jennifer will plug another time, but Nora and the Janitors, great stuff. They got a new album coming out, so go check them out.
Maybe it was how tall she is. Maybe I knew her, she knew me. We just felt safe, there it was. It was all that mattered, it was all we needed. She talked like I'm a real person. I spent my time proving there's nothing I wouldn't let her take. We just felt safe. I slipped the dream again. I waved a forfeit. I had my chance, I blew it, fuck it. Smoke in the cottonwoods is running water over our heads, like looking up from the bottom of the lake. Let's take a bath in the middle of the day. I'm breaking to reach you. If you had that second, will it stop? The frog is wounded, I'm waiting to exit, but there's nothing like waking up. Nothing like waking up. We'd rather die than stifle in the arms of our parents. I had my chance, I blew it, fuck it. Another cancer with a can to spray. Another contest piss. Don't think of me that way. I'm not a man of fist and chest or trusting names. With zeal of single trade.